Hello SEOs and entrepreneurs, welcome to another BlueHat SEO video, which means that we will be examining another SEO case study together to give you 3 simple suggestions in a way that everyone can understand. One more time, the holistic SEO mindset might be very complex and also multi-layered, but still, to democratize the advanced SEO, from time to time we create these BlueHat SEO videos, which means it tries to actually simplify things by giving you only the bottom line in the form of simple sentences. So this is a project in English language from United Kingdom. The industry is also the health, directly the health. There are actually multiple aspects of this specific website that you see on the screen. First of all, it is a telehealth website, which means if you have a health issue, you just call them. Second, they also sell directly drugs, medicines, or any kinds of health product. And the third thing is that it is also a knowledge repository due to its source context. The source context is a concept that I use in my topical authority invention, and it's part of the Koray's framework, which means that according to your monetization, let's say your monetization methodology and the source purpose identity, how you approach the topic, how you will be creating a topical map, it will be changing completely as well. When it comes to the results here, you can directly see it, and there are multiple steps to be able to get these type of results. Even in a few months, and we will explain that. Before going further, let's try to do these comparisons. And yes, lately my browser is not that fast, and maybe the Google Search Console database also is not that fast too. This is the 3 months changes. You can see that the impression count has been doubled, the average position has been improved, clicks are also improved to nearly 2 times. It has been increased in the 3 months, but not as much as the impressions, which means that it means that the source continues to actually get new queries, and they will be ranking higher very soon as well. When it comes to the 6 months comparison, let's try to do that if I am able to click. And when it comes to the 6 months of comparison, it will be even very much huge, which means that 15 times we have increased our impressions, and I guess 10 times, nearly 10 times, we have increased the organic clicks. You can also see the average position increase in this area as well. If you do, of course, year-over-year comparison, you will see even a bigger difference, because this is a new website. So even in the English language and directly in the health industry, you can actually get these type of fast results. If you check my YouTube channel, you will see that actually we have even outranked Health Line with 27 articles with a luxurious water brand. I believe you remember it. And in my topical authority course, from its topical map, from its publication frequency to the individual articles, and even the images, I have explained lots of things there in a streamlined version. And in our coaching community as well, every week we gather together and we examine these websites with way much more detail by gathering the custom and personalized questions. So year-over-year comparison tells that there are 77 times click increase. I can't calculate the impression here. You know, my math is not that good, but I guess 30 times maybe, or something like that. Impression increase are there too. So let's move on to do our 16 months of graphic to see the bigger picture at the same time. And let's start giving our 3 main suggestions for this specific project. Of course, to be able to do that, first my Chrome browser should allow me to click to the filter button. Yeah, finally. Come on, Chrome. Most probably one of these extensions is causing this issue, but anyway. So there are a few things here that you should know about this specific project. First of all, due to the investor pressure, the project owner had to publish lots of new pages in a very brief amount of time. So you know that in my topical authority methodology, I actually use 3 main principles. One is vastness, the other one is depth, another one is the momentum. Momentum represents actually publication frequency, and it is really helpful for you to take the attention of the search engine, increase your overall indexation speed as well. But the main issue here is that if you publish so many pages in a so very brief amount of time, you won't be able to protect yourself all the time as well, because if your pages are not quality enough, even if you increase your rankings very quickly, it might go away. That's why I actually shared this specific screenshot from my Search Birmingham event speech, which is organized by dear Charles. And here you see that momentum can save you until a point. You see a graphic that actually lost most of the traffic. This website was taking actually 8,000 clicks a day. It lost everything because most of these articles, you also see the pages report here. There are lots of pages here. The issue here is that they were using too many templates or too much templates, and also the distributional semantics, co-occurrence matrices, and the contextual vectors, they were all broken. They're also word as well, but they didn't care it that much, to be honest. They thought that actual links will be good enough after a point, but it didn't. So that's why, to be able to protect your website in this area too, you need to adjust your strategy a little better, or let's say multi-layered. How about something like this? Let's evaluate the conditions here. We start to create the project, we start to get the investment, investors started to put the pressure. That's why you need to open lots of money pages for different type of products or telehealth landing pages. It is good because since you publish lots of things suddenly, and since they are above a certain type of, let's say, the quality, they are good for getting indexation and increasing your clicks. But the issue here, as I have shown in this area, if the pages are not quality enough, this situation will end up by losing traffic for the further updates after a point. And to be able to prevent that, while you actually have the content publication velocity, you can also redirect one of the expired domains from health industry. You can also add the expired domains content by refreshing and making them better to your website. This way you can have link velocity and content velocity at the same time with an improved quality. The last step that you can actually follow in this area, and these are the days that actually the certain type of, let's say, one of the core updates came in this area, and another one is that quality updates in the August, actually they came in this region too, and this is the last region for the core algorithm update. So the August core algorithm update, I mean. So for this region, you will definitely need more and more internal ranking factors and the qualities. So first product pages, or let's say monetization pages, then the expired domain, content velocity, and link velocity we have, but still they won't be good enough. You will need to prove the search engine that you definitely have the enough level of internal ranking quality and you deserve ranking in that area, because there's this YMYL niche, which means just because someone link you, it won't be good enough for trusting you for other people's lives. And in this area, we started to publish actually the quality notes that we created from our topical map. And these quality notes, which means they are way much more quality than other competitors' pages. It means that we have velocity, we also have the page rank increase and external references thanks to the expired domain. And in the later stage, we start to publish human-created, no templatic, human-created, human research or doctor-reviewed, and long-form, comprehensive, complete content. And these content, they are directly for the most important terms on the website. These terms also appear directly in the header menu. So this is one of the methodologies to create a topical map for an existing website. Just focus on the source context. The second thing is check the site-wide contextual phrases. And usually they appear in the header and the footer menu. If you are able to use them, and I have shown an example with the Sephora before in our channel during another BlueHat video, we were focusing on the ChatGPT and how to use it for search engine optimization. So by using expired domains, link velocity, templating content, and non-templating comprehensive complete articles at the same time, you can create these type of results by using momentum, depth, and also the vastness. And if we actually create a summarization here, at the beginning we focus on momentum, and then slowly we start to go more wider, but we use also, let's say, external factors, then we go depth. So the first principle that we have used here was momentum, and then we actually started to use the vastness by opening new and more pages by using the expired domain, which also brought us page rank. And the last one was depth, which means we actually focused on the more and more to the deep topics. If you want to rank your website higher, you will need to understand which principle will be working for you in a better way. So this is my Search Birmingham speech, and there are a few concepts that I didn't mention in my Saigon speech. Every speech that I am doing in an SEO event, they actually follow each other. To be able to understand them, you need to go to the other events, or you need to watch some of them. We have the recordings, but I only shared the Saigon speech until now. So here I give the concept of popularity note and the quality notes. In your topical map, not every node is designed to be most quality. Some of them have to be more quality than the others, and they should directly go to your homepage. And these depth principle focused articles that come from the doctors and the real experts based on really detailed content briefs, they are actually quality nodes. When it comes to the popularity node, they're actually for trending queries and the topics. And for this instance especially, we actually used it for the email marketing project, a different project. I believe I didn't publish it in this channel yet. Anyway, and in that one, we actually focused on AI and email marketing intersection to be able to get the trending search queries, because we know that it will help us to getting indexed faster and also crawled more with higher frequency, and also prioritize in rankings for other related queries as well. So this is a little bit the deep concepts, not for BlueHat. We can come there later. For my actually Estonia speech, I will be able to share it after January, because Carl says so, and I respect him and his decision. And in this area, I can show you maybe the quality node actually has been mentioned here too, but here as well, we actually focused on the comparison of the page rank related methodologies to the non-page rank related methods to explain why the search engines need to focus on the semantics instead of all the time the page rank. And this specific graphic also explains it together with this one. Momentum can save you always, and at the same time links, they can signal the quality, but they can't show the quality. Being a factor and being a signal are not same things when it comes to the ranking. So with that said, I believe you got the first suggestion. You need to adjust your conditions according to these three principles based on your, let's say, the budget and your working principles, etc. You can use expired domains to increase your link velocity. You can add their content to your own content to rank them further and justifying that specific redirection. Because if you are redirecting expired domain without using its any of pages and the content, it might not be considered as a real complete site migration, and in this case you might not get the proper rankings. And also keep momentum high to be able to get the advantage of that. In the last part, we have used complete comprehensive articles. So as I say, this is a telehealth company. If I can click. So telehealth companies or the providers basically like the Talkspace, BetterHelp, CZM, and lately thanks to the artificial intelligence also AI companies started to do these things. Google also developed another large language model just to answer the health related questions. So the industry gets actually more and more competition, which means that when you create this topical map, it is not just about selling medicines. It's not just about actually providing also telehealth services. It is also answering some simple scientific questions for migraines or sexual health or whatever it is. But in this case, you will need to create your topical map and semantic content network in a way that you can always actually create this internal linking, let's say internal linking between these informational and two different commercial sections. One is the drugs, medicines, telehealth or doctor services, and also symptoms or diseases or different type of nutrients or diets or overall wellness, which means the project has been designed to be really, really big, and it's a long-term project and it continues. So this is actually a second suggestion for you. When you start a project, you should definitely understand what's your main product. If you have too many products at the same time, and if you don't explain to your investor, your team, etc., your efforts will be stretched, and it might actually dilute your relevance and also the focus at the same time. That's why if you have investment issues, find the easiest product to rank first and start from there building your topical map further. In this one, it was more complicated, and as I said, for the at least depth section, we actually used mainly the header menu terms. So when it comes to this specific area, the health line, let's say you want to create a topical map for the health line and you are checking actually the concepts that appears in the header menu. But the thing here is that they usually have this featured section. The main problem here is that they use the migraine as an anchor text site-wide, which means that migraine is an important term for them, an important topic. The issue here is when we go to the migraine page, you see that actually there is not a single focus here, or there is not that much actual information here too. First of all, this is not the structure that I am using. Every page that especially I link from the header menu, they have to satisfy users via organic search queries. If you check the performance of this page, it doesn't have any kinds of actual search or organic search value for search engines or its users, because there is not that much information in this page. This is just a middle zone link farm. Most users here, they won't be able to choose something that they actually try to find. They will just choose something random or the first thing. If you go to the first article, which I believe this is chronic migraine affecting, right? It was that, yeah. This article, we check the performance. Again, the performance here is not that much high, to be honest. And if I come to this one, relief from chronic migraine, this one has a little bit more traffic, but the issue here is that the page doesn't rank that high actually for the average position. So these type of big websites, they have lots of disadvantages, to be honest, and this was the thing that I was exploiting when I created a Svalbard, the project that I explained before in this channel, and also the course and some other areas. The issue here is that they don't consolidate their topical relevance for certain type of main entities, and they don't distribute their internal ranking and relevance signals properly, and they don't allow search engines to extract facts from the most relevant part. And in this case, the chronic migraine appears in multiple different type of pages titles at the same time, whether a Boolean question, whether a different thing. In my situation, I create actually a really large, complete, comprehensive article just for the migraine. When you click the migraine, you start to see the specific article, and all these internal links have been distributed there according to the indices or according to the topical relevance distance. If the distance is too much, it's irrelevant, which means there is no need for actually processing it under this. If the distance is above a certain threshold, you can open it as a sub page. If there is search demand, or if there is a kind of, let's say, attribute differences. If it is too close, you don't need to actually open a new page here. For example, relief from chronic migraine, and is chronic migraine affecting your mental well-being? Actually, you can merge these two. It will be very much better for you. This can be actually an H2, to be honest, but mental well-being is also a subtopic, or well-being is a subtopic, and mental well-being, other types of well-beings are the other types of, let's say, site or the subtopics. So which means you will need to organize all these things together. So this was the thing that actually we started to do this project's initial topical map. We actually differentiated these things in a well-structured way, and the product pages, different type of services and information pages, they were actually showing the search engine the contextual path, while they're also crawling the website as much as possible. So this is the third suggestion. Please, when you use actually a term in your header menu, be sure that when we click it, we will be able to actually see a well-structured and organized semantic content network route, or let's say a route that can be connected to everything under that topic and also side topics at the same time in a proper way. And this is not the proper way, to be honest. For instance, when I click this, again, there is another article here. The traffic here is also not that high, to be honest, and most of these queries probably they have been wasted under this section 2. For example, this is one of the main queries here. It is actually a versus MRI migraine brain versus normal brain, it says, which means there is a kind of comparison here in terms of the feeling, we can tell, or the migraine brain damage. So damage has been connected to the concept of the pain that we see in that specific section. I guess I click that. Pain, I should be here. Migraine brain, okay. That's why the versus was there, and damage is in this area. But still it can be better, to be honest, because the word damage, pain, and relief, all of them are connected to each other. So this is the third suggestion, and if I can give you a little bit more suggestions for this specific project, since I know the background a little more, let me close these things. And if my dear browser, don't make me delete you. Come on. Okay. So this specific project in this area, it has many other type of nuances, to be honest. First of all, since we had to use the templating content, I can tell you that actually there are multiple substructures. Let's say this is a product page, product image is here, product description and title is in this area, buy button in this part. And then let's assume here you see the product reviews from customers, then the related products. and then you see actually this specific company's related information in this area. And once you see the related information, you also see the related topic information and certain type of internal links. The purpose of all this structure here, from beginning to the end, actually satisfying user for commercial intent, giving the review so that you can rank also for the review related sections. If you don't have any customer review for your product pages, it will harm your rankings. If you have a high level of higher price than the competitors, again, it will be affecting your rankings. And if you don't have proper site alternative products, again, it will affect your rankings. And if you don't explain how to use it, when to use it in a proper way, again, it will be affecting your ranking, especially if there are not other pages that actually explain this informational content. One more time, it will be affecting your ranking. And if you don't have a doctor or doctor type of service together with these type of medicines, it will affect your rankings too. So this type of projects are hard projects when it comes to the health industry. It requires really big investments. So before finishing, I would like to actually give a little bit showcase for the dear Luis Salazar Jurado. For a while, he is actually publishing his own case studies and great results. And he is one of the successful people who actually are able to implement Koray's framework in a proper way. I will suggest you to check his channel, and I will be putting a link to the description area and also the comment section. I will suggest you to reach out to him. He knows what he is doing. He's a great researcher, and I respect him. We are getting bigger with this specific mindset, and it makes me happy. One more thing is that I will be in Budapest and Sofia for SEO Vibes conference and also the SERP conference. During the November, I will be in the Chiang Mai for the CM SEO by dear Matt Degidi, and at the same time we will be doing a meetup in the Chiang Mai. So if you are coming to the Chiang Mai SEO, just check our communities. You can also join to our meetup, and I hope we will have good memories together. So this is one of the long BlueHat SEO videos. Sorry for it, or maybe it's better in this way. It's your choice. Leave the comment for leaving your, let's say, the thoughts, and thanks for listening. See you in the next one.